Hello and welcome. Oh, Diana's going to go ahead and take care of her audio and her backing there for a second.
I haven't done that since our first show. Yay! That must be a sign of good luck. Yes! Welcome. I am Diana Brown. With me is the ever fabulous
Dan Wilson, and together we are Bingewatch.
Bingewatch. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, Dan is a font of knowledge and has some information that I know he wants to share with you. So let's let him do it.
Sure. So first thing is we're asking for a few suggestions. You'll see that in the chat over there on YouTube. We're asking folks for a work location and also for 3 workplace issues that may arise. Diana, please feel free to correct me if at any point, because Diana is one of our guest artists tonight.
I feel so fortunate because I get to play in a trio called Badass Effervescent Dames, and I'm one of those dames. Here's the special part. The 2 other dames, Betsy Green and, wait for it, Erin DeRuska. Yep. And you know what we're doing? We've invited Dan Wilson to play with us, so he's our special guest tonight.
It's true. It's true. So I want to put that up front real quick so we can get those going on in the chat and get those figured out while we're waiting for some responses. Also, if you like what you see here tonight, please feel free to like, subscribe, put things in the chat. And if you really like what you're seeing, please feel free to go to patreon.com, look up Binge Watch Improv. If you want to go ahead and just toss $1 in the tip bucket once a month for the shows, that's always appreciated. For higher tiers, you get extra content. You get our rehearsal sets. You get access right to the Zoom room for better audio and video. Lots of goodies available. So, now that I've done all that, there should be some things in the chat.
There's some amazing things in here. Let's take a gander here. We have, from David Austin Gruen. Dave Austin Gruen had put in, for HR, goose attacks in the outside break area. Oh, I love that. Goose attacks in the outside break area. Now, full disclosure, I'm going to type those into the Zoom room chat so the fellow players can see those. Dan, go ahead and take a gander. Gander. Oh, I did not mean to do that. But there you have it. A male goose is a gander. Take a gander in the chat and let's see if we have some other awesome suggestions for, doggy daycare. Getting to tell someone that doggy daycare is or is not available. That's another HR related because some, yeah.
I'm also seeing as an HR reason, the cash register doesn't balance.
Ooh. Doggy daycare could be like a positive, like, hey, we're going to have doggy daycare. So the books don't balance. Oh, okay. That's a good one. I think we've got 3 awesome ones.
Great, awesome. So we're going to go in, we're going to let our guests take in, but also in the chat, you'll see there's the other prompt, which is for the set after this set, which is shows you're currently watching, things you're loving to stream. So please feel free to toss those in there as well. And we'll find out about that in 30 minutes.
And we still need one more awesome suggestion. And actually, silly me, doggy daycare, we could be a doggy daycare company because we do still need a workplace. So let's take that as we'll be the national conglomerate of doggy daycares. And we need one more reason that people might be called in to see HR.
Well, I do see one here. Someone falls into the pointy part, onto the pointy part of the fish bait. I don't fully understand it, but I like it.
I like it too. All right. Pointy part of fish bait. I can't wait to see how we make that one work. That is beautiful. That was given to us by Eclipse Studio. Thank you, Eclipse Studio.
I'm going to go.
And we're going to go with doggy daycare.
Yeah.
All right. Please go ahead, and Dan's going to head backstage. I'm going to say thank you to you one more time. And please enjoy Badass Effervescent Dames.
Meow
Hello.
meow. Woof, woof.
Oh, oh, I'll be right there. I am just getting myself a little snack. Honey, I'm so glad you stayed home today. You were right. That
I,
furniture that you had delivered is stunning.
isn't it beautiful? It's gorgeous.
I'm
I
really glad
love
you're
it.
sharing it with us.
I
Thank
mean,
you for zooming in.
come on.
Made my day.
Okay, I could not do our weekly meeting without showing you the piece de la resistance from my living room, okay? Like,
I
come on.
can't wait to sit on that thing and
It's
just lounge.
mid-century. It's just lounge. It's everything. Everything that I always wanted.
Only white alcohol on those pieces of furniture, honey.
Drink
Chardonnay
anyway.
only.
Yep.
Chardonnay. Cheers to that. Look, I'm already ready.
Oh, honey, honey, honey. Well, I'm coffeeing it up until we can
Me
get
too. Me too.
Oh,
here's to
I'm
you,
holding
sister.
on to it, but cheers. Yeah, no, I have my water too. I definitely have my water. It's so
Hey,
good.
no shame. If you want to drink wine at 9 a.m., I'm not judging. Not judging.
No?
You're
No?
so
Our jobs are stressful enough. If that's what you need to get through a day, honey.
Oh,
Brenda,
yeah.
no, like I just wanted to test, okay? So listen up. I have it in the ready. I'm waiting until noon. Okay, lunchtime. You know, I'm going back to the 80s. Like I
Here's
remember
the thing. 5 o'clock somewhere.
so good.
And wine is health. Wine is health.
And we're trying to expand to the UK. So, it's probably 5 there now.
We are. Oh
Rough
my
Riders, Rough Riders International. Woof.
God. Woof. Woof.
Oof.
All right. Here we are. It's time to talk.
Okay,
time.
I've got a weird one.
All right.
I've got a really weird one.
All right, Sarah, give it up. Give it up. Give it up.
Mandy, who I hired to work with reception. She's not actually up to reception yet, but I've hired her to work with reception.
I love
She's
it.
upset her coworker. She's upset Carl, who's been our receptionist for 17 years.
I mean, little cutesy Carl, who kind of like he talks so quiet, but yet he's able to be very. What is it? What's the word I'm looking for? Your elocution, like you.
He's eloquent.
He's eloquent and
He's articulate.
Thank you. That's the word.
Disarming.
He's so articulate, but so quiet. Thank God we have like volume for the phones. Otherwise, I don't know.
You know, Mandy has the support geese.
Oh.
He's allergic and afraid of geese because he said he had a geese incident in his youth.
Oh.
They're kind of jerks. I'm not going to lie.
They
Like,
can
I'm sure her support, goose, geese, gander, whatever, is fine. But they're kind of jerks. They'll nip at you.
They'll nip at you.
They do. And
But
so
it
we
gets
gotta-
worse.
Oh.
He taped up one of the geese's beaks
Oh.
No.
because the geese beaked him right in the eye.
No. Well, I mean, he has it right. I mean, if it got his eye, I
I
mean,
was going to say, I kind of don't blame them.
do we want to talk to him or do we want to talk? What was her name again?
Mandy.
Mandy. I don't know. I think we need to talk to Mandy first because it's time to put the goose down. I made a joke.
You did. You made and she made one earlier about the goose having the gander. You know what I mean?
I love it. I love us. So I don't know which one you want to talk to first, because
Mandy, she transferred here from the UK office.
Oh, well, I think you should talk to Mandy first. And
All
because not because the UK, because it is, international, it has differences. It has the nuances and some
Like,
of the
maybe it's okay there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Maybe this is like a cultural exchange situation.
Well,
Yeah,
Sarah,
maybe we're
good
being
luck
really
to you.
insensitive.
Okay, I'm gonna ask to talk with Mandy in the break room. I think.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Catch us up next week, all right?
Okay.
All right, honey. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Oh my word! I am so nervous. I am so nervous. Okay, be strong. I need to be. Hello.
Hello. How you doing?
I'm sorry. Was that a hello or an oh no? It was hard for me to
Oh,
understand.
it's definitely a hello. It's definitely a hello. It's a greeting to you. It's a saying hello, how you doing? Nice to see you. I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I'm being heard finally because I've not been heard for so long. It's just been so painful to be in this horrible place all the time. But I'm glad to be here now.
I see you didn't bring your geese with you.
No. The geese are a problem. You see, the geese are a problem, and they're causing a problem for me. And I don't want to get fired because I'm a geese. So I've left them in the car. I left the window open a crack, though. I left the window open a crack so the little geese could put their little noses out and get some air. I don't want to get baked geese in my car. But if I do, it's your fault because you guys wouldn't help me earlier.
I don't want your goose to be cooked. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice. That's nice, yeah.
Yeah. So the Carl situation.
Oh, that bloke. Oh. He's a total chav, is what he is. He's a chav. That's not a nice word in case you don't know it. It's not a good word.
I
It's
was
not a good
thinking
word
like
at
a
all.
hanging Chad. Look, one of my
I don't want him
coworkers.
killed. I don't want him. I want him disciplined. I don't want him killed. Good God, you Americans! I mean, I go hang people for things.
No,
He is a goose harasser, is what he is. He's a goose harasser who harasses geese. And I have to say, he's got an eye on the lady geese, and I think it might be a little bit perverted.
I'm thinking maybe this is all you kind of like each other situation.
Oh!
You're trying to get to know. No? Oh God, I
Do
think
I
I
look
made
hot
it
and bothered,
worse.
do you? Do I look hot and bothered? Because I'm not
You
bothered.
look bothered. Maybe I could make this up to you. We are looking into doggy daycare inside for larger canines, and we might extend it since we are a doggy daycare company. It's weird we don't have on-site daycare for employees. If I
So
could,
you're looking for what, like a dog trainer, like a dog manager. It's like a step up from reception, isn't it? That's like managing dogs, which is like managing people, but they're more appreciative.
yeah, I wasn't thinking of giving you but maybe
I
that's
appreciate the raise and the job improvement.
right. Okay,
I like the
okay.
promotion, I like the raise.
Yeah.
I might not sue then.
Oh, you know what? Why don't you just take the rest of the day off? Yeah.
Aren't you a
just,
love? You are
yeah,
such a love. You are. You really are.
yeah. There's something about that accent. You could probably say anything and I'd just say, okay.
Hell, well, don't be racist. But I gotta say, folks say things about you, and it's not true. You're not at all a terrible catty bitch. Not even a little bit.
Oh,
You're vaguely nice, and easily intimidated, which I like.
I'm just gonna pay for your coffee here on my company account there. Just Venmo there you go. I'll just go and you just enjoy yourself and then take the afternoon.
I'm gonna go check on my geese. Thank you, love.
Oh my God. That must have been rough, guys.
Oh,
Can't believe that happened. That was terrible. Okay. So
I can't even show my face.
you need to show your face.
I love your work hair. I just
Did-
your
I'm
work hair
trying.
versus your home hair. Just
do you like it? I'm trying it on. I'm trying it
no,
on.
I love it. It suits you.
Yeah.
Suits you. And then
Yeah.
the dogs love it.
Aren't they cute? Okay, so I'm in our regional office in Yonkers. So guess what? It's 6:00. 3:00, it was 3:00 West Coast time. But look what Mama got.
No, she's off the clock.
Not quite. I got a meeting. So
Uh-oh.
yeah. Okay. So remember I did Carl, the receptionist, right? Obviously, he was livid. Okay. His eye is like damaged and stuff. And so it's really difficult. And so we were able to get through it because he has lots of dogs. I mean, these aren't all his. Okay.
I
Not
love
all
the
his.
standard poodle.
Isn't it cute? Look at that.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, So good, so good. So I just transferred. He's transferred into Yonkers, and so I'm here to help transition. So I need words of advice because he's so quiet. I can barely sometimes understand what he's saying.
Mm.
And
I think you better go with her and translate. You're a linguist, honey. I think you better go with her and
I was
translate.
gonna say for me, it's about also lowering your voice.
Oh, okay. Let me try that first. And if it doesn't work, then next week I'll bring you in because we don't have the budget to bring you all the way to Yonkers.
This
I
is
know.
true.
So if you get real close, and you talk as low as he does, it's really helpful. It makes him feel safe. It creates an environment of psychological safety. It
Oh,
really
that's so
allows him
good.
to open up.
All
Yeah.
right. So I got to add the perks. Now, here's the problem. We have doggy daycare, right? But it's only for one. And he
What?
has 3 dogs. He has 3 dogs. And so I have to have this conversation with
He's
him.
gonna have to pick.
Okay.
This is like Sophie's Choice. How can he pick?
I don't know, but I'm like, in any other words of advice? Do you have any like tools? Because he's transferring over. Like, what's a nugget, a little nugget that I can do besides talking quietly?
You can tell him that he is the person his dog thinks he is.
Mm.
All right, but it's 3 dogs.
Then he's 3 times the man.
Okay, so feed his ego. All right.
He's bigger than all the problems he's dealing with.
And he's the alpha.
Yes, he's leader of the pack.
Leader. Okay, I know that's not his personality. He's very, very reserved, quiet. That okay.
He's so quiet,
I
but
got
very articulate.
Quiet strength.
Say again.
As he's got that quiet strength, just because he's the alpha doesn't mean he needs to be loud.
In fact, that's a sign of strength to be quiet.
I love it. Okay, I got the tools, ladies.
Okay.
Thank you.
She's
so
going
much.
in.
Check in next week. I'm going to check in next week. Oh my gosh. Okay. Carl. Carl.
Hi, it's good to see you.
Oh, it's so good to see you too.
Oh yeah, that's great. That's fantastic. I'm really glad to know that. I just
I gotta have a conversation with you.
why are you getting so
I
close to me? I feel like you're invading my space. I don't.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't-
sorry. Let me give you some space. I just wanted to talk to you. Thank you so much for transferring. I'm sorry about your eye.
Yeah, they say that it might heal someday, maybe, possibly.
I'm sure it's gonna heal. And I know, welcome back. I should say, welcome back from workers' comp. We welcome you. We're so happy. Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's kind of an issue. It's kind of an issue.
So I wanted to talk to you about your 3 dogs.
Yeah,
and
I've got my dogs. I've got my dogs.
So
My dogs are
beautiful.
my everything in my life. Dogs are kind. They're not like geese. Geese are cruel. Geese are cruel, horrible things that attack you all the time, and they think that your eyeballs are food. And
Bad geese. Bad
Are.
geese. So I know, Carl, you're so big and strong.
and then there's geese,
Okay.
and then there's criminals. So Thanos, geese,
Thanos.
everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I want to tell you about. I understand you're kind of a Thanos in a positive way, and we value you so much.
And if we could just get rid of half the horrible people in the world, that would be a good thing. But not you.
Not me. No.
No.
I don't want to be rid of. I like being here.
You've got hair like a superhero.
Oh, thank you.
Make you want to reach out. Maybe.
So, Carl, I need to get to the point, because I got another meeting to go to. So your doggy daycare, you have one. You're only allowed one free. What? I'm sorry. What?
I'm sorry, what? No,
I'm sorry. No, I'm just trying to share. Okay. You can only have one dog for free, and the other 2 you have to. Oh. Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
I okay. I wasn't expecting that.
I
Your
shouldn't have.
hands are soft.
Yeah.
You
Thank you.
definitely have a nice hand care regimen.
Thank you.
It's
I work
nice.
very hard on
But
my.
it's what? It's
I
what?
work very hard on my hands. I work very
Oh,
hard. I get
okay.
manicures and I have a lot of lotion. And I just
Wonderful.
really incredibly.
Okay,
It's
okay,
just.
okay.
I
All
know.
right.
And I know it's a violation, but I can't. You look like an anime character.
Uh, yeah. Uh, thank you. I appreciate it. You're very nice man, very strong. I just have to say, with your dogs, I need to get to the dogs.
Yeah, I don't neuter them because I think that's cruel. I think it's important for all.
Carl, you can't have more than one dog. You can only have one dog free. The other ones you have to pay for.
I've I've already bought them. I don't understand. I mean,
No,
oh,
for the
you mean in the
daycare.
daycare? In the
The
daycare.
daycare.
I lost the use of my eye.
Oh my God.
I lost the use of my eye.
Okay, yeah, I know. And then we got the workers' comp and we're all that. I just,
My
you know what?
sister-in-law is a lawyer, and she said that I could potentially sue the company for that if I needed
Okay, you know
to.
what's gonna happen here, Carl? I'm gonna pay for the other two dogs. Congratulations. We love
Oh, thank
having
you
you.
so much. You know,
I
maybe we'd
look
like to go
forward.
out sometime. Maybe we could get dinner and maybe drinks. And I know a great place. You know, where they play Miyazaki movies up on the screens while you have a drink, and we could go there, and that could be nice. And I think it's really important. You know, my dogs are intact, and I think it's important to really trust in your animal instincts whenever possible.
Carl, thank you, but I gotta go back. I gotta go back
Yeah.
to Oakland.
Okay.
So I'm
Okay.
gonna get on a plane. Thank you.
Right.
I'll see you. Au revoir.
I
Au
love
revoir.
you. Oh, whoops.
I, 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 I have, I have no words.
I have no words. I have no words.
I saw the email you sent about it. I can't. What? And then
Never.
he asked you out.
No, never. I'm never wearing that wig again. Never.
You do look like an anime character in that wig, and it's
you
beautiful.
I thought you were helping me with research, guys. Like I that would have been one nugget. I don't. My face. I had to wash my face like 50 times. I mean, no
Your
offense,
skin
but
does look great, though.
it
Does. I gotta say, you're glowing. I mean, you're a lot for him to resist.
Oh, stop! But thank you. All right.
You're,
Well,
kind of
now
a
I
lot,
see.
you're a lot for all of us to resist, frankly. I mean, anyone say anything.
Truth be told.
All right. That's.
And I haven't even had wine yet.
Ah,
And I do have an issue.
Let's
Oh.
hear it.
Karen.
You know Lydia in the Chicago location.
Yeah, the one with the big family.
Yeah. Well, I'm a little concerned that maybe she's siphoning a little off of the till, so to speak.
Are you
For
saying the
men.
books don't balance?
And they don't.
Oh, no.
So she's working in our major
Bird.
store.
You know, I know, and I don't want to accuse her of anything, but like, she's got this big family, and then there's some money missing. Every single time she's working the front desk. Every time.
Every time. I
And
mean,
that
that's
office
really
has a
exciting.
lot of cash customers that they bring
Yeah.
their dogs and they pay in advance.
Yeah, they do like an hourly rate there, so you can like just literally like drop it like the doggy like no-tell motel. Drop your dog off for an hour, go do some shopping,
Yeah.
a Miracle Mile, get what you need, and then
So
I do love that Miracle Mile to shop,
Yeah,
but
I
that's
do.
not the
I
point.
do. It isn't. It isn't. But it is a wonderful place. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, they got a Meyer and Frank there that is like old school. I love it. I love it. Hey, I gotta say though, you gotta be super careful because from what I understand, Lydia's family's not just big, but they're like kind of like mafia family.
that's why I said they got the kind of connected. Yeah, like
Yeah, like
like
it's
I'm-
like Chicago big bosses connected.
Yeah. I know I'm a little worried about that.
I mean, so yeah. I mean,
I'll tread lightly, I guess, and hope that my kneecaps stay on my legs.
Leave the gun and take the cannoli. I don't know what that means, but it's from that movie.
Oh, I know that. I know what that means, and it's not good. It's not good at all. That's not good at all.
What
No.
does it even mean?
Okay, so they murdered somebody with a gun.
What?
Yeah, and they're in the car, but they were shopping. They went to the bakery first. Spoiler alert, sorry about that. But they went to the bakery because, it's important to get his wife cannolis. Because who doesn't love a good cannoli?
I love a good cannoli, crispy on the outside and then cream filled. It's delightful.
So good, so good. So what
Do you think I should meet her in the park just to be safe? Like a
Yeah,
park?
meet her in the
Or the
park.
parking lot. Or parking lot.
Oh, a parking lot or a park, but either
Either
parks.
one. You
Yeah,
choose.
I think
And I'm sorry.
I know the parking lot's a little dark. Like that's a little like.
Okay, so the park and bring a cannoli.
It's like a peace offering.
Yeah. And then it's kind of like a wink and a nod, like you get like her family's like Chicago mob bosses kind of thing.
It's a sign of respect.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Good luck.
Thanks.
You got this.
No, you listen to me. You listen to me. You get your dog and you get out of here because your dog's a bitch and you're a... Oh, sorry. Look, I got to talk to you later. I got somebody... No, I'll talk to you when I talk to you. You don't call me, I call you. That's right. So sorry. Oh, you're not wearing a mask? Oh, we're not worrying about that. Okay, that's fine. It's because
I brought you this
thank you so much.
bone-shaped cannoli.
You call this cannoli? You call this cannoli? Well, maybe it is for for someone who's Irish. I don't know.
We are the dog. The dog. Yeah. Lydia, I'm really not sure.
What, you got a problem? Look, if you got a problem, I got a cousin who can take care of problems for you. Somebody you need, taken out maybe? Is someone harassing you
I
at
don't
work?
think they're going to take you out.
Take me out? Believe me, no one's taking me out, baby, because anyone tries to take me out, they got my entire family to deal with. That's a good way to start a gang war, if you know what I'm talking about, eh?
Yeah.
Are you okay? You okay? You look like you're a little timid there. You need to woman up. You need to get ovaries of brass and really kind of like take hold of the situation here.
I had a hysterectomy.
Yeah, okay, it's a metaphor. It's a metaphor, all right. But you could get ovaries of steel put in. You could get brass ovaries put in. You could get zinc, whatever works for you. Zinc is very good for the body. But you can metaphorically or literally.
Our books aren't balancing, Lydia.
I'm not in accounting. I can't really help you with
At your location,
that. My
every
location.
time you work, the register doesn't balance. And I'm trying to figure it out. I'm not pointing any fingers, Lydia. I'm not pointing any fingers.
You're accusing me of stealing from the company?
I'm not saying that. But you just said it. So let's talk a little bit about that.
You want to talk? All right. We can talk for now. We can talk for now, sure. No problem. I'm all about talking. I can talk like a blue streak if I need to. It's when we move from talking to action, I think we want to place our words very carefully. And by placing our words very carefully, I mean not making accusations you can't back up.
I'm not making
back them up. Think if it's worth it.
You made your own accusation. I'm stating facts. And those facts are that when you work the front desk at the downtown Chicago location.
Yeah, which I like very much. I'm a people person. I like people. I like talking to people, and I like presenting a good front.
Yeah, and
the company.
The books never balance, Lydia. Only when you're working.
That's a horrible coincidence. I think you should look at somebody else.
Do you have a name for me, Lydia?
Sure. George. George would be a good person to check out. He's a shady character. I'm telling you right now. And I hear on the side he's got some problems with bookies.
If I bring George in and you point fingers at George and you're wrong.
Well, if I'm wrong, then I guess you got to go find somebody else. But I know George has issues with bookies, got a little inside information on that. Look, maybe, who knows? I mean, George, maybe he's got a really difficult conscience, and maybe you're going to go find him. He's not even going to be there anymore. I mean, people with a guilty conscience tend to take their own lives a lot, and George might be one of those people.
Are you telling me that George is a harm to himself?
Oh, it could be. I mean, I can tell the type. I mean, there are so many folks I've looked at and said, that person will be dead tomorrow. And what do you know? They are.
I'm really concerned about George now.
Yeah, well, I think you want to take a good long sleep about this.
Hello. Oh, hello there, Lydia. Well, hello. It's so good to see you. I was taking my daily constitutional from work.
George, how are you?
Oh,
Hi.
it's so good to see you.
It's good
So
to see
good.
you.
God bless you. God bless you both. I was just coming from donating some money to my church. And also to the homeless children that are, I would say, houseless. I know that is not the correct, but
You're salt of the earth, George. You're salt of the earth. It'd be a shame if someone did something stupid and we had to lose you. I'm just saying.
George, I would like to ask you a question. It's going to sound really forward, and I'm not accusing you of anything, George. I'm not accusing you of anything, but someone had said to me that maybe this money that you're giving away may not be your money.
I mean, might not be my money. My what?
So in our downtown Chicago store,
Yes.
money keeps going missing.
Oh, that's too bad. I know that Lydia does a very nice job. She puts the money in the little tray thing, the cashier's box, and I have no idea what happens after that, but I know she does a very good job. Like a wonderful, like she's perfect. For myself, I've been saving my money for a very long time. I've always given my tithings at least 10%. So that's where my money comes
That's a
from.
good Christian.
So I'm at a loss. Not me. Not Lydia.
Thank you, George. You're salt of the earth. I hope that you have a long time, George.
I'm going to take this back to corporate and see if there's something we can do. I just cannot get to the bottom of this.
Okay.
It happens sometimes. You go back and you do what you got to do, and we'll make sure everything's fine here. George, come with me. We'll go ahead. I got a nice cannoli here from HR.
A cannoli. I've seen The Godfather. Sure, I'll walk with you. Oh, no. Mildred, I love you.
She's totally doing it.
Why?
She tried to kill me. She was going to try to kill me.
I am just glad you survived, quite honestly.
I'm so glad. Like, that's so scary. So scary. And then, blaming it on little George. He's so cute. He's such a nice cat.
It's a little Christian and 10% tithing. Like, it's adorable.
Oh, I love his coat. It's so plaid.
It is. What do you do? You can't. We're gonna have to figure out the money situation.
I feel like I'm just gonna have to put the money back in myself.
We'll help you.
Well, I don't know if I could help because I already am paying for
and that couch,
extra dogs, and
that couch was not cheap.
Beautiful couch. Come on, like this is mid-century modern. Like
worth every penny, honey. I have been putting a little something away for suede boots, and we both know that's a stupid investment. So I'll help you out with the cash register.
Oh, thank you.
Suede, you can only wear it once.
I know it's 9 a.m.
Don't wear it in the rain.
But I'm gonna say, drinks to us. I mean, we're the best problem-solving HR team that this almost international firm has.
Almost.
Rough Riders. Here we go. Rough Riders. To
Rough Riders. I love you. Y'all, I gotta go. I gotta meet with my boss.
I got an anime convention because I'm gonna try it out, but without Carl.
I gotta pee.
Fair. See you next time. And that's our show. Thank you. Let's have the rest of the badass Effervescent Dames come on back. And Dan Wilson come on back. All right. I'm going to turn this over to the fabulous Betsy Green. And Dan and I are going to go get ready for our binge watch set. Thank you for playing.
Thank you for having us. We're so thrilled to be here, Diana and Dan. So, without further ado, I want to welcome you. So, sit back, get ready, just relax, and get ready to enjoy Dan and Diana, Diana and Dan, and binge watch.
Here we are, back in blue.
Back in blue. I love that. That makes me think of, well, one of the most ubiquitous names that ever showed up in work that we've always been part of, Blue Candy Masochism, which is a name for a band that has shown up in many, many iterations of our entertainment. And a shout out to some good friends who were all part of a project we were on called Radio Star. Yes. But I digress.
Well,
Thanks once again to
Badass
Effervescent Dames.
And thank you for letting me play with you today. That was very fun.
Such a privilege, Dan. Thank you. And Betsy Green, Aaron DeRuska, come on, right? Play with them all day long. They're so amazing. So we're going to take 2 shows from your beautiful suggestions that folks have been putting into the chat. And
we've got a great mix here.
We do. We have some shows.
I mean, I'm seeing shows iCarly, All Creatures Great and Small. We've also had
Forged in Fire. I had to look that one up. That is a competition for swordsmiths to create swords and have them judged. Bladed instruments. Doesn't that sound like fun?
It does. Sadly, I'm not in my usual location where I have swords easily available, but
I know.
we can make pretend. After all, we're doing improv.
There's iCarly, as you mentioned, which I know nothing about, so I am Googling.
I looked it up real quick.
Tell me what you learned.
It's about a woman named Carly Shay who finds her previously normal life turned upside down when her internet show, iCarly, becomes an instant smash with young people online. With her parents traveling abroad, Carly must rely on the help of friends Sam and Freddie and her quirky older brother Spencer to cope with newfound success.
So how dealing with her own show and living alone with her brother. Do I have that right?
Yeah, more or less. I think we can go with that. But definitely young people trying to deal with online success.
All right. I love it.
We've also got Wine at 9.
I don't know anything about Wine at 9 either, but it sounds fun.
Yeah. And The Curse of Oak Island,
a
reality show trying to find a treasure that may be placed on the island by the Illuminati. And The Dragon Prince, about a dragon egg that needs to be taken across a world called Zadia with an elf named Ryla.
And let's see what else. We've got House of Elliott, which is about a fashion house in London. 2 sisters who are plucky and creating their own fashion house. And All Creatures Great and Small.
And then The Mars Generation, about space camp for kids to go to Mars. So lots of stuff to play with here. Is anything here tickling your fancy?
Well, there's so many. With Bingewatch, we really like to take 2 shows that are very disparate and then mash them together. This is a tough one. This is like Sophie's Choice all over again. What are you leaning toward, Dan Wilson?
Well, I just had a sword delivered to me, so...
Wow, I think that we have an in-house call for Forged in Fire then.
Forged in Fire. Difficult and dangerous challenges.
Yeah, it's an American show, and they create these swords, and then they are judged on them. So I'm leaning toward House of Elliott.
Okay, can you refresh me again? What is House of Elliott?
So House of Elliott is, according to the the interwebs here, we're on the YouTubes. According to the interwebs, it is a British show, shocking, in which these 2 sisters are left orphaned by their evil dad, and they make their way in the world by becoming fashion designers.
Alrighty, sounds great. So let's go ahead to the very first episode of Runway Swords.
Right, right. Okay.
Are you going out?
No, I was. Yes.
I see. That's fine. I'll just stay here at home and I'll just work on honing my blade the way that I do whenever I'm home alone while you're out cavorting with all of your menfolk.
Well, actually, I was going down to the forge.
You're going to the forge without me?
Well,
Dad.
I wanted to speak with someone at the forge.
But who could you possibly want to go see at the forge?
My God, that's a magnificent blade.
Isn't it, though? I've been making it for my wedding day. I hope that someday I can go forth and find the man of my dreams and convince him through pain of death to marry me.
No, as is done in our family. It is how mother got father to wed her. Of course, that was dreadful. She died, and then he was a right bastard. But he's dead now, so...
Yes. But you're going to the forge alone, which can only mean that you've found someone to threaten to death yourself, and you won't be needing me anymore.
Sister, stop! You're my younger sister, and I adore you.
But you adore him more, don't you?
Evelyn, you're so funny.
Is he brawny? Is he good with a hammer and tongs? Does he play with fire in more ways than one? Has he inflamed your heart?
Yes, but you're going to feel quite foolish when I tell you the reason I was going. But I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to let you think that I'm probably going to get married before you, which will only sting your heart.
It shall. I may fall upon my very gorgeous sword here.
Evie, listen.
Bethany.
I don't think anyone will ever fall in love with me under penalty of death, but I believe men are lining up to do so with you. I loved once.
Stuff and nonsense, Bethany.
Did you say stuff and nonsense?
I did.
Mother used to say that.
Well,
and it
yeah.
always put me to rights.
As well it should. You are beautiful, and you are skilled with a blade, and you can beat steel like any giant Nordic man.
And I'm not bad with a needle and thread. I've been thinking of branching out. There are times I can't stand over the burning hot flames, forging steel and thinking of it like passion that melts the molten core of my soul. I need cooler occupations now. I'm old, of course. I'm all of 27.
Bethany, you are a Winthrop, and Winthrops have been sword makers for generations. You can't go off and do needlework. I can make a dozen needles in a half hour. It's below our skills, sister.
Yes,
it's below
but
your worth.
You have to remember, we're Winthrops from father, but from mother, we're Elliots.
Stuff and nonsense.
Oh dear, I do hate disappointing her, but sometimes age does equal wisdom. Hands cold?
Oh, it is. It's a tough night out here. Fires are out. No work to be done.
No. The competition has been called off.
Called
so
off,
there's
it is?
no need for us to keep the flames stoked. And without those flames, I freeze.
Well, what are we to do then? We're supposed to be making things. What am I going to do, sit home and watch telly all day?
Well...
watch some reality show with some other wankers doing things that they don't know how to do properly. We've got a trade.
We do?
That trade is highly televisable.
I don't disagree with you. But with the competition called off, the television people aren't coming.
So we need to do something to make them come. If they're not going to come for a competition, then we got to make something so amazing that they've got to come anyway.
Wait a
Our
minute.
livelihood at stake.
Turn around again.
What is?
The back of your vest is mighty fashionable.
Are you looking at my backside?
Well, I was looking at your back literally because you're wearing a vest with a paisley design on it.
Right, yeah, there's no reason why you can't be a working man and look fancy. And it's not fancy, it's self-care, by the way. We denigrate ourselves by using the word fancy like it's for somebody else, but we're allowed to have nice things too. We work hard
Stuff
for
and
them.
bother.
Stuff and bother indeed.
I heard that from, Evie. She's a fine kettle of fish, she is.
Yeah, she's alright, although I gotta say I like her sister quite a bit too. Not that she'd
Yeah,
ever
the
look at
older
someone like
one.
me anyway.
The older one's all of 27.
I know, I don't mind so much. I like 'em with a little bit of age on their bones. It's like a fine wine or a cheese.
Well, Evie's like a fresh peach. She is.
Well, I'll tell you what, if they ever decide to deign to look down at those who run the forges that they work at, then maybe we can move up in the world, you and I. But
Well,
to do that,
the reason I asked about what you're wearing is... Was that made by the older sister?
might have been. Might have been a Christmas present.
I hear tell she might be giving up the flame and picking up the needle.
Nonsense. She's a Winthrop. Winthrops. My father served the Winthrops. My grandfather served the Winthrops. My great-grandfather was actually somewhere else entirely and eventually put into indentured servitude to the Winthrops.
Yeah, I remember that. You told me about that one night when we got really drunk and you told me about your lineage. But you can trace it back that far and that's really special.
It is. I've got the charts over here if you want me to. Now, now's
not
the
again.
time.
I can't look at the family tree again. It's been like, I don't know, 64 times, 65 times.
But regardless,
Yeah, sorry.
I'm going to impress Lady Winthrop. And we're going to get the TV cameras back here. We've got to fire up these forges and make something fantastic. Something
like-
newsworthy.
Well, like a triple-bladed sword?
A triple-bladed sword.
What? I can't believe I said that.
Sword that cuts that way. And a sword that cuts through time.
What?
3 blades.
Cut through time. Oh, because it's going ahead and where you find yourself all at the same time.
Right. It's like quantum physics, but made real in steel. Real in steel.
That's the name of the show. But we're
could do
going to
our-
need something more that you're wearing on your back right now. We're going to need to dress like gentlemen while the forge is flaming.
Right. And I saw me a theatre production recently.
You did not.
It was about working class blokes like you and me trying to raise money and attention and awareness.
Wait a minute.
Did it by dressing nice and then not dressing at all.
Are you saying strip because it's hot in the forge?
Right, so we come out in our best clothes, our Sunday bests,
Right.
and as we're shaping the blade that cuts through time, we lose the layers. It's a competition. It's a competition. It's
you
like
saying-
sword making for television.
Strip sword making, so we go from dandy, magnificent dandy to show in the fall.
Dandy to Randy. Absolutely.
We better get a hold of the older sister and have her make some breakaway clothing. Is that possible?
I can go find out. Wish me luck.
Speaking of Randy, I do wish him luck. And I wish I had some chips.
So you're going to help with this new endeavour, are you? More time away from home, I suppose.
Sister, you need to come to the idea. I mean, films have made money. All sorts of things have made progress. And, well, if we were to throw our lot in with this idea, I think it might be a bit of fun. And it might solve all our financial problems. And who knows? working together does bring people closer. We could both end up wed before this is all said and done.
Oh, stuff and nonsense. You would drag our family name through the mud for reality television, that horrible American invention.
Don't you sometimes wish you could get stuffed with a bit of nonsense? There, I said it.
Sister!
Oh, come on, I'm a woman, flesh and blood.
I just feel that we have a reputation to uphold. We have a crest, for crying out loud. A family crest that stands on the wall reminding us of our place in history. You throw it aside for a little bit of fame and money and a war with that brutish labourer who works the forge.
Sister, it's not just a one-time frolic. I could see myself bringing him to husband. If, of course, he can best me in a duel without killing me, of course.
I know not what to say, sister. It is all my fears come to life in a more horrible and nightmarish fashion than I could have possibly imagined. But if it makes you happy, then so be it. Don't let me stand in the way of your...
No,
lady
sister,
daughter.
I would not sacrifice your happiness for mine.
No, it's...
You're my ward, and I
Right.
must... Sister, what are you thinking?
No, it's just only the work of a moment. It'll be fine.
Sister, stop! I won't do it!
Oh, don't stop because of me.
If I didn't know better, I would think you were manipulative and conniving, but of course you're not. You're sweet and delightful, and you're a cherub, and you've always been the darling of the family.
I'm the youngest.
You are, and I am the eldest. Withered.
And as we all know, the youngest is sweetness and light, and the eldest is hard and cruel.
A crone at 27.
27.
Ugh, the number alone is exhausting.
I tell you what.
What?
Why don't we do something to brighten our spirits? Let's go hunting the peasantry.
Sister, about that.
Yes,
I had a conversation with a detective.
a detective,
Yes,
like on telly.
yes, and
I do like that Broadchurch show. I mean, he's Scottish, but he's very, very attractive.
sister, eyes on me, eyes on me. You need to stop hunting them.
But it's a
I-
family tradition.
I know,
And we're British. We rely on family traditions.
I know. All these things are true. But times are changing. I mean, you know, the Labour Party doesn't even like the Queen anymore. So we can't get away with quite the things we used to. And we're running out of money to bribe people with.
Well, I don't know what to do.
Well, I do. Maybe. You see, if we put our lot in with this program, this dandy to randy, forged in the heat of the moment, as it were, well, we could make a lot of money, and I'd have money to bribe people, and you'd have time to hunt peasants, and meanwhile, my little fashion business could get off the ground because I'm going to dress all of them.
And I could travel to all the countries that our nation once conquered, and I could hunt peasantry there, to relive the glories of the British Empire.
Yes, you could do that, or
I have a deep desire to go hunting in Jersey. Oh, I'm sorry, New Jersey.
I can't fault you for that. No one could, really. But you will have to compete.
Oh, well, that is quite simple. I am
And
the best there is at all things. I will not lose a single stitch of my clothing. I shall stand fully dressed as all the rest of those who dare to confront me are reduced to their very knickers.
Okay, I hadn't really, stripped duel, but sure, whatever gets you on board, I'm in.
I shall show that the Winthrop name is more than a name. It is the nonpareil of sword-making dueling, and aristocracy.
And I shall show that the House of Elliott wields a mighty needle, and with it stitches together the fabrics of time and family.
Sister.
Sister, until the morrow then. Is it safe to come out now?
Well, sort of, I mean, nothing's ever really safe now, is it?
No.
But no, they're not here. They're not here. Camera crew's on break, though.
That was a lot of blood.
Yeah, I know. A lot of it was mine. I've got a nasty scar going down. Well, I'm going to have a nasty scar going down the whole side of me here.
Yeah, right now it's just a gaping wound. I'm really glad that...
What?
I was just going to say, I'm glad there was bolt of linen in the back we could wrap you up with.
I appreciate that. And I'm just glad that, that I was wearing a steel codpiece. Boy, I'd have been no good to Lady Winthrop otherwise.
About that...
No. Don't you go trying to dissuade me now. I've given up too much. I've given up my dignity. I've given up a good deal of blood and plasma. And I've given us certainly a good deal of scar tissue.
Well, that's 3 already. You're already done. Sorry. I was just trying to talk you out of it. The heart wants what the heart wants. But you're my friend. We've been here in this forge since we were young boys.
Aye. Little boys, 5 and 6 years old, dealing with glowing hot tongs and sharp implements. It was a good life.
It was. My hands are calloused, but my heart is soft. Which is why I can't very well let you win her heart. Because she's not right in the head. And one day it won't just be a deep mortal wound. It will be a mortal wound, actually.
Mortal wound, yeah.
Yeah, that's the dead part of mortal, isn't it? I mean, it is.
But how will we ever rise in station? I mean, she's no more wrong in the head than the rest of the landed gentry.
Which brings me to the second thing I wanted to talk to you about. I've gotten a bit of a shine to the idea of being a performer. I've been offered a role in a small play in a company in Bristol.
Bristol?
Yeah, and they need an armaments person, to make the stage props of swords and whatnot.
But we've been in this forge since we were 5 years old.
I know, but Bristol's by the sea, innit?
It is that. Well, maybe I should go then too, because without you here, if I can't have you and if I can't have her, and all I've got is this gaping wound, I could go by the sea too. I should cross the sea. I should go to the Jersey Shore is what I should do. That's where people of class and distinction go.
Well,
Americans.
I was going to go to the theatre, but there's no bigger theatre of the absurd than New Jersey.
Well, you would give up Bristol by the sea to join me.
New Jersey's got seaport area. It's
Well,
called
right,
the
it's
Jersey
a
Shore.
Yeah, it's a Jersey Shore, exactly.
It's right there in the name, isn't it?
Right, it's full of movie stars and class and opportunity.
I like opportunity. And I get the feeling that older sister's getting a bit sick of the young one, and who knows? She might follow us.
That would be nice. The 3 of us.
Yeah.
On a grand adventure across the sea.
Our chosen family.
Well armed, to be sure.
To be sure. And all those high-class people are going to need new clothes. And that's where the sister comes in. Be nice if I could remember her name.
You mean Bethany?
Yeah, that's it.
Right,
Bethany.
I know that you have often referred to her as, well, unkind names in the past. That's why you don't remember. But she is far more. I have forged her a new sword.
Let me
One
see.
that has the heart of the dragon that she herself has within her.
That's beautiful.
As is she. I shall give it to her and ask her to cross us the sea with us. I can't even talk, I'm so full of emotion.
I don't blame you. I can barely make words myself.
I think
I'm making them inside, but they don't want to come out.
I think that of all the competitions in the world, I might win this one.
Competition of the heart.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I feel like I'm about to tear up, so I'm going to go to the off license and get us some beers.
All right, you do that.
You're my
feel
best
like-
friend.
You're mine.
Yeah, go on.
And now, to go plunge this sword in the heart of my heart. No, that's a bad metaphor. I'm just going to tell her I love her. I'm just going to do that. It'll be better. Be much way better. And that's
our show. Thank you, Dan Wilson. It is always a privilege to play with you.
Thank you, Diana Brown. It's an absolute joy to play with you. It's fun to be your sister and your confidant.
And my best friend.
Your
Let's
best
get
friend.
our fabulous guests back on. Betsy Green and Aaron Daruska. Yes! Woo! Y'all are amazing. You know, folks are sitting out there and they're thinking, these two ladies are incredible performers. How can we get more of their awesomeness? Will you share with where people can find you?
Sure. I perform with Comedy Sports pretty much quite often. Every weekend there's Saturday, so portlandcomedy.com is information there. And I perform there as well as perform with Curious and perform with my husband, B&B. But one other show that we do monthly is Babe, which is a musical homage to I Love Lucy. And that's every first Friday at 8 p.m. And so you can find that on the Facebooks, and you can also find it on the YouTubes. And if that's not enough of me, then you can come take a class from me. Currently, this next session, I'll be teaching at Curious Comedy, teaching a long form starting on March 3rd, Wednesday evenings from 7 to 9:30. I'll be doing basically intro performance mastery, which is intro to Harold, and we do a little twist on that. And then I also teach with Comedy Sports Minor League, which is short form. And that will start happening in March. We do it on a 8-week basis. So if you have experience or want experience, you can go to portlandcomedy.com or curiouscomedy.theater.org.
Thank you, Betsy Green. Thank you. And we will also put that information in the YouTube info, so you could click on that later. Miss Erin Daruska, what's up?
Right now, I'm only performing otherwise with Diana. I can't get enough Diana Brown.
I'm so glad.
Right? We're in Horrible People together, where we love playing horrible people. And I think we have a show March 27th with Leela.
We do. We have a show March 27th at Leela SF, so you can see us streaming live on Leela SF's YouTube channel on March 27th. And hey, Dan, we're teaching a class tomorrow night.
We
Tomorrow
are
afternoon,
taking a class for the Wasatch Improv Festival.
That's right, 2 p.m. Mountain Time. If you go to the Wasatch Improv Festival Facebook, as Betsy said, I love that. I'm going to borrow that Facebook. Or you go to the Wasatch Improv Festival website. You can learn about that. Our workshop is Improv Triage, a treatment lab for your improv challenges. And I have the privilege of co-teaching with Dan Wilson.
Yay.
It's a good time by all.
Good time by all. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, everyone who's watching. I want to send a shout out to the Young House Theater Journal folks. They have been reviewing online shows all year, and they're having their first annual awards tomorrow night. And here's the crazy part. The very first review Dan and I ever received were from these good people, and we're actually nominated for an award for recurring streaming series of the year. So a big shout out to the Young House Theater Journal and the Young House Theater Awards. Look them up on the Facebooks. Dan, anything to take us out?
Just have a wonderful time. Enjoy your February. And remember, things get better.